YZ stands for Yay, it's Boris Spicer back in again with another video. I'm not going to be talking as loud as I usually do because my sister's in bed. Before I start off, I'm going to be telling you what's happening. Um, I'll be showing off my custom screwdrivers first, and then I'll be moving to the bunch of the screwdrivers. And then at the end, I might do an announcement because I've got like a couple of things to say at the end, so I'm going to do that. Anyways, starting off, we do have the 11th sonic screwdriver. Um, you can see another button there. The reason for this is this handle section originally broke, and I've took the spring mechanism out and everything because the release catch snapped. So I opened it up, cleared everything out, and basically flipped the button upside down, pressure fitted it in, and it's like a setting down for how hard you want it to flick open. Then, of course, I did a test piece. There's a test piece somewhere in my room, and I took the test piece and I did it on the cross effects on the stitch, and then I put the spare button on it, and it worked. So I did it onto another one that was slightly damaged, which you can tell there, and I stuck that in, held it with duct tape, masking tape. So when you extend it, so you got this, you can just, and you can still access your batteries, but I've had to put masking tape on here to obviously thicken it. So you still got your two main buttons, and the inside of that's been modded. You can see where that is in there. So that was been modded. As for the red button, I had to hot glue back on, but I just cut it and then slap it in. Sorry about my hands, by the way, as I've been working on a vehicle, so that's why I'm a bit messed up. But yeah, it's a good screwdriver, especially when I've modded it. So that was that one. Moving to the shark bitten screwdriver, inspired me by Captain Jimmy Pie. I had a broken screwdriver laying around doing nothing. I was going to bin it. Then I saw the video and I thought, you know what, I'm going to make a shark bitten screwdriver. So I did. It doesn't open up at the end, even though it is like there, but it's hot glued. It doesn't work. It's just a more hot glue than anything else because it's to represent the slime. So I made this. There's no where the button is because I didn't stick a button on. It doesn't do anything, it's just static. But I thought it'd be nice just to have a custom broken screwdriver in my collection. So yeah, you can see a bit of the inside there as the hot glue was expanding. So yeah, scuffed it up, everything. Moving to this one is like a mix mash of the Davros 8'd screwdriver and my version of it. I didn't want to damage the claws because it might be one of these things where I need the claws for something else, so I've just left it. The emitter has been scuffed up, everything. In fact, this was a touch control, but originally it broke. Like after a week or so of using it in extended mode, over time, because the wires were so thin, it would have snapped. So I basically cannibalized it, and yeah, I've scuffed up the handle, everything. It's got its power core, so yeah, I've took out the thing. So originally touch control, you extend it and it would work in extended mode, not in and also in closed mode without the red button. So, and character options were a bit late with this one, so yeah, they could have just gone back and redesigned it slightly, but they couldn't be bothered, could they? Next one is the custom 10th Doctor screwdriver. This came with the Master's laser screwdriver. I did not do a review of, but I bought off eBay the Master's laser, and this came alongside with it. And the problem with this one was that it was battery damage. It was acidy. It had battery acid inside of it, and all the connections and everything was like gone. So I basically opened it up like completely and made a wired assembly where I did it in such a way where you can still use it, but it's not sonic, so you just light it instead. So I've basically took my idea of, so it extends anyways. This could still open, but it's very temperamental. Well, it's not temperamental. It's just that it's got a big gap from when I opened it. But there is like a chunk of plastic missing, which you can see to get to the mechanism because I couldn't split it. So I took everything out, put a new button, new wires, and I just wired up to an LED, and of course cleaned up the battery contacts underneath. And now it's just a custom 10th Doctor, including the handle is slightly blue. This is the original release as well, the UV mark, but this one was slightly blue, so I used it for a custom. So it was missing its slider, so I made my own slider from bits and bobs. So yeah, it's just a blue LED, basically the torch. So yeah, brilliant screwdriver. I use this quite a lot, and you might have seen me use it in my TARDIS trailer a couple of times. Next one was a prototype of the Sonic sunglasses you've seen me use in the Christmas special. Basically, normal Stromberg glasses, not sponsored. It will be all black at some point, but this is only a prototype. Instead of taking out the soundboard out one of the screwdrivers, I used a motor and some tape, and it is Sonic. Well, it is like Sonic, but yeah. So, screwdriver, I rarely use it because it's third Doctors. I like to keep them pristine. I like to get another third Doctors and fourth and fifth Doctors, so then I can mess around with them. So yeah, that's a nice screwdriver. I enjoy that one. My third First Doctor screwdriver was the Wave 3 one, but it broke. That's the fifth Doctor's, never mind. Moving on to the fourth Doctor's, which looks similar, but had a major update. One, it's longer, and two, bullet expansion, and it's missing all of its other things, so it's just a plain screwdriver apart from the red emitter. Now this one's using the Walt Doctor sound chip. I don't know why, but I think it was just cheaper to use instead of just giving it the proper sound chip. So nothing new going on here, but now this section's black, unlike the last one where it was red, but they couldn't be bothered to paint it. So press it once. The problem with mine is that it gets caught on the sleeve down here. That's the problem. So I've got to use it like that because it's not equally cut round, as you can tell. It's not equally placed, so I've got to be careful when using it. So I'm going to get another fourth Doctors at some point. I like the fourth Doctors. It's basic. So speaking on to the fifth Doctors now, which looks exactly the same but with a white band in it instead, and that being painted red. So it says it's exactly the same, but this time has the 11th Doctor sound chip. This one's a lot smoother on the sleeve. So it's a nice screwdriver. I'm glad I've got this one. In fact, I'm glad I've got all the screwdrivers now, apart from Miss Foster's Sonic pen and of course the Sonic lipstick from Sarah Jane Adventures. It's nothing new apart from the white band, but it's still a great product. Moving to the 8th Doctors. In fact, I've got 3 of these. One I got given from a good old friend, Ben, and this one's like damaged, so it's my battle damaged 8th Doctor Sonic. So yeah, that's the sound chip. Press 3 times. Press 4 times. And of course, I did however get another one, but this one was from Facebook, because my dad bought me a lot of Sonic screwdrivers from Facebook with like the 3.5-inch scale TARDIS and of course the Trans-Temporal Screwdriver, which we'll get into in a minute. This one is slightly scuffed up, but this one's more of a pristine one than that one. But there's no batteries in it because I took it out. In fact, it was dying batteries when I got it, so yeah, I've got a pristine one. And this one is the pristine one, which doesn't have batteries in, because I've took them out, because why? In fact, the batteries with this one I've put into these Sonic sunglasses, Because the reason why is because I've already got one with batteries in, so I like to keep this one pristine. So I've got a nice collection of 8th Doctor screwdrivers. In fact, on my Instagram, I'll leave a link in the description below. Well, go at me on Instagram. I did post like photos of my sonic screwdriver collection, like majority of it anyways. And there's like a few others which I didn't do because I didn't have the room, which I might do later on. Okay, so that's the 8th Doctors. Moving on to the walls. One of them was made by the 50th anniversary, and one of them's from the B&M release. This one's the 50th anniversary because it's got a dimmer paint job, and it's more light and more scratched because this one's been used quite a lot, and plus the speaker's a bit dying. But yeah, I like the screwdriver, you know, from modern to classic. I've used this quite a lot. I like to get another one because it's a really nice one. In fact, this one was rare and it was like 40 quid when I got it. Compared to B&M prices, like a tenner. Why couldn't it just be a tenner? It's a nice screwdriver. I like it. Brilliant screwdriver, and I think there's a paint mist there, which I've only just noticed. It shows better on camera than it does in naked eye. And of course the first piece has been not painted on the under section, unlike the 50th anniversary edition, which is there. So it's a nice screwdriver, I really love it. So that's the classic screwdrivers out the way. Now we're going to move on to the so many 10th Doctor screwdrivers I have, like I said earlier. This one, which is a nice one. All the others I don't rarely use because they're like special. So we're going to move on to this one first because this one came with the Toclafane. I did do a review of it, but it didn't upload properly, so I've had to take down the video. Now, there's a slight damage with this. This came with the Master's Laser, the thing that goes with this, and of course the Toclafane. But the Toclafane is no longer with us because it's broken. This came broken, and it kind of upset me. So what I did, I literally took this thing apart, and I took a switch out of the Toclafane and I slapped it into here, and now it works, and plus it's hot glued in place instead of bracketed, so it works apart from that last LED because it came like that, and it came with battery acid, so I could have either got refunded or had to send it back, so I basically kept it. So there's the reset button, and so yeah, you switch this on, you press this, and it sends it to the other device, which will make it go off. And then as soon as you've got all your lives done, you press reset button, and then you're back on again. So it's a nice little thing that. It's a shame it was like 60 quid brand new, these things, where I got it for 13, so I was lucky. Now moving to official 10th Doctor number 1. This one's the Sonic Pen variant, where it comes with a Sonic Pen, but with mine I got the UV variant with this one because I got it off eBay, and there was no slider on here, but I took one of the old sliders from the previous screwdrivers I did have, and I just drilled a hole in it and I use it as a cap so I can extend it. So don't have no batteries in because I've took them out for a something else, I can't remember. I've got like several Sonics. But yeah, nice little screwdriver. So that was like the original, that one. This one's the UV one, you know, same thing, but again UV. So yeah, you just nice little screwdriver this is. I like it. Sorry, I've messed up. So this one is the supposedly a limited edition release, but stuff got it online. You know, but you can still buy it, so it's not really limited edition. So get it while you can. It was a tenner it cost me. So yeah. Moving to another one, which is the B&M release, which is this one, which was using a 3.5 release with the updates, and I like it. Getting used to the idea now. And of course it's a blue LED of course, and of course the same helix design, but a lot brighter and a lot powerful. And with it being M1 you can actually use it when it's in the middle, which is kind of funny, so it's cool. And of course this one doesn't have the falling off end cap all the time, so that's cool. I'm just going to put these on leg for a minute. So, which one's the anniversary one? This one. Right, this one's the 50th anniversary edition. This one is very hard to track down. Brand new. I got this second hand but still in its box. And basically you extend it, it's got a yellow helix which is very screen accurate. Again, it's all screen accurate, but it's because of the process of the prop. I'll be back in a minute. So the River Sonic has the red and blue setting instead of the normal release where you just have the blue setting and no newer relay. Take this off, press a button, red, blue, hold down the button, and you get the newer relay, and you cannot use it while it's in that mode, unfortunately, once it turns off. So here's a great screwdriver, pretty cool. Your bar access point, it's just down here, so it's got that nice cool feel to it, you know, David Tennant Osprey screwdriver. And also the TFC, the Ultimate Huvian, did the emitter mod where they just coloured it in, and the TFC literally coloured it in to make it look worn and battered, which I quite liked. So yeah, anyways, moving on to the Masters laser. I'm doing it in Doctor order, by the way, even though these aren't the Doctors, these are more like the offsprings of the Doctor. This one's the Masters laser screwdriver, not Sonic. Who would have Sonic? This one's the re-release, I think it is. No, it isn't. It's the original release because it doesn't have the CE on the bolt section, which is quite cool. I got this off eBay. Again, came with the broken 10th Doctor screwdriver, but I turned into a torch, which I'm quite proud of. So it has the dial at the bottom, which you can turn, and of course you can use it in closed mode. Hang on. There we go. And of course you can extend it, and of course, and hold it down. I did not know it could do this. When I first had one of these was back in 2007, I believe, and I did not know it had that second sound. It's amazing what you know, isn't it? Last time I had one of these, I used it in a school play. Well, this section of it, anyways. So I don't know what happened to the rest of it. I can't remember. You know, it's a long time ago. But yeah, it's a nice little device that I quite like it, especially with the isomorphic controls, which is just engraved plastic. Speaking of the Masters laser, we do have the one that was used for the 10th Doctor and laser screwdriver set, which you basically again use as a game. This one's pristine. Sounds so yeah. It's just exactly the same, but it doesn't extend and it doesn't have the rotating thing at the bottom because it's just a battery cover for a 2 AA batteries or AAAs, one of the two. It's a nice little screwdriver set, that one. Moving on to the Trans-Temporal Screwdriver, which I'd never done a review of before. In fact, it's again from Facebook with the 7th Doctor screwdriver, well 8th Doctor really. I added this end cap on, which was from the disc screwdriver thing, which you had a projector. And I found it because I didn't have an end cap when it came, so I use that as an end cap now. So, hang on. So it's got several sound effects, which is quite cool. And you can just rebuild it and stuff. People use it for like other things. I've had to file that down because it's too bulky, and for it to be a bit too bulky, it wasn't having the emitter on properly. So yeah, it's a nice little screwdriver. So moving on to the 11th screwdrivers. Again, you've seen this one, which is the modded one, and of course a sharp bitten screwdriver, spare emitter because the actual bottom half broke and I use that for the sharp bitten screwdriver, the 12s, which is that one but still classes the 11s, and of course we do have the universal remote, which has got batteries in, but I just don't want to turn it on because it's, you know, touch control. Not touch control, that's it. That's the one. We do have this, oh geez. We do have this one, which came with the collector's set, again, which hasn't got the batteries in, so I took them out for a... What did I use the batteries for? I think I used the batteries for the... Oh, that's right, I've used them for the other sonic screwdriver, the 11th one. This one's in pristine condition because this one hasn't been used. But the plastic is a lot more stronger. And of course you got the red button feature. There's no batteries in this one, so can't really show you that one. And of course we do have the non-extending ones. This one's from B&M. I did a review on that. So yeah, don't extend, it's just basic. And of course, second one, and the second non-extended one was from eBay for about £8, which I use regularly, which is quite nice. Quite like it. So I'm trying to find, where's the other one? I did have another one out. Oh, there it is. It's right in front of my blimmin' eyesight. This one is the original release, which I've actually got my eyes on now. Again, no batteries in this one. Took them out. And of course with the original everything. And the button. And again, I'll tell you what, the paint job is a lot different on this one than the newer ones, which is, you can probably tell, I like it. Don't do it because it's dead, no batteries. It needs batteries. I'm trying to keep some in good condition. Moving to the 12th Doctor's sonic screwdriver. This one is the second version. In fact, the first one I've got is basically just a shell. Like, completely, it's dead, it's just a shell. I use it for parts, as you can tell. So, yeah, so it's dead, basically. So I just use it as a display piece, really, you know, nothing to do with it. This one, however, I've fixed because originally the speaker stopped working on this one, and I fixed it. It's not as loud because it's a different speaker. Again, it's had the switch mod. I don't use this one as much because I'm very worried I'm going to break it again. So I'm going to try and get my hands on another one at some point. So moving on to Doctor number... Oh, hang on. No, we've missed one. My universal remote, the one I like to use quite a lot. This is my favourite because it's metal. Apart from the columns inside and everything. It's actually rare to get your hands on now. Like the 11th one. I did a review of this one a while back. I'm quite glad I've still got it. It's pretty hefty, so yeah. I've turned it off for now. Now moving to the 13th Doctor from order of the release. So there's this one, the original release, which I had to fix because when I got this, the touch feature didn't work, so I did a separate video of how to fix it, and then shortly after that it stopped working, and then I did a long-term fix after that, which to this day is currently working. Yay. So it's a nice little screwdriver, this. People are not fond of the design much, but it's starting to grow on me. Because it's like airflow metal from Sheffield spoons. This one's only made from plastic. Then we have the 720 release, which is a lot skinnier and thinner. Look at the size difference. Captain Jimmy Pie and same Sonic different case. In fact, the first one that was done is Captain Jimmy Pie, where he took one of these and repainted one of these and make it spin the crystal, and it was actually a good video, that one. Same Sonic did this same thing, but he did it with a later release character screwdriver. This one is a 720 version. It's so expensive, just for something that rotates and makes a light sounds. So you've got that, which is pretty bright, and of course you got the spinning crystal. So it's pretty nice, and of course you've got your twisty handle section. I did a review of this as well. In fact, all the screwdrivers apart from the third, no, all the screwdrivers apart from the screwdriver and laser set and the sonic laser and the Trans-Temporal and the 78th Doctor screwdrivers apart from one, I didn't do a review of, but as for the others I did. And this one is the later release, but again we still need one with the spinning crystal. Again, touch features work brilliantly. You can see it's a lot better. It's a nice little screwdriver, that. And now the amount of screwdrivers I've literally got about 9 10th Doctor screwdrivers and 9 or 8 11/12 screwdrivers. So I'm just gonna count how many screwdrivers I've got. I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 Sonics. Is that all of them? I believe so. I've got about 35 Sonic screwdrivers in my collection, so I'm pretty proud of that. Of course, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and of course subscribe. I'm sorry about the lack of videos lately. It's just with the editing processes and stuff like that can get into my head, and to be honest, it is a long process of doing these videos now because ever since I've upgraded my equipment. So you won't be getting as much a lot of videos as you usually do. Due to me being quite busy, so I'm sorry about that, but I hope you guys enjoy somehow this video. I don't know how you can enjoy it. This is a 2020 update. This was recorded on the 22nd of January 2020, so the last screwdriver video I did was the 2019 collection update.